You know, here's something else. Here's what our city is doing, and the guy that's plowing. Now, I don't know how they hired this guy. I haven't heard too many good things about him from people. But here, this is what he does. He goes and he pushes the banks back here, and he's got no rhyme or reason. You see, he got another one where he hadn't even done the street, and he was here doing this half of the street. And then he doesn't do anything on our street here. You know, but yet then I got my neighbor here that their grandkid came over yesterday and cleaned up their driveway, and that's a fire hydrant right there. That's a fire hydrant. Buried the fire hydrant. Buried it. Put a pile of snow, pushed snow all around. He started pushing snow there the other day, and now he makes a mess because he's trying to clean out in front of the mailbox here for Grandma and Grandpa. You know, I just, you know, but yet, so here's the kicker to this. I get a phone call. Just I was done with doing my last video here coming into town. I get this phone call from our treasurer wanting to know why I am blocking the fire hydrant. I asked her, what fire hydrant? Well, the fire hydrant that's by your house. Oh, you mean the one that's across my house? That my neighbor's grandson pushed all the snow? Well, no, somebody drove by there and said, you pushed all the snow there, and you got that right. You need to clean that up. I said, I didn't do it. Well, it needs to be cleaned up. And I said, well, that's fine. Contact my neighbor then. And she said, well, somebody said you did it. Ma'am, I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Okay? So you need to contact them. Well, can't you tell them? Wait a minute, you called me. Now you want me to do the rest of your job? And what I don't like is our past mayor resigned to run for a state house seat. She got in that, and then they appointed this guy that was on the city commission, and he is a downstater. He's from the Detroit area, an auto worker. And apparently he's going to show all us dummies up north how things are done. And he went and he changed the city charter, and now we no longer have an elected clerk or treasurer, and they don't have to live in the city limits. I'm not sure where our clerk lives. She doesn't live in the city. She lives somewhere around here. And our treasurer lives 15, 30 some miles away in another county. We're in the northeast corner of Wexford County, and she lives kind of like mid of the county south of us, Osceola. So, you know, I have a little bit of a problem with that, because that individual has no stake in anything in this city, doesn't know anything, and, you know, there's not that personal thing with as you had when somebody that you voted for and elected, whether you liked them or not or whatever, but you probably knew them or knew of them, and they knew a little bit more about you. This lady, I have a field here that I own, this lot next to us on the other side of the creek here, and it's low. And in the winter months, or summer months, when it starts, or in the spring, when it starts to snow, oh my God. When the snow melts, like right now, and we turn to spring and we start getting all our rain, that's low, so that ends up having water sitting in it, and I can't mow. As you can see, there's even some tall grass there, and in that back half there's some cattails. There's cattails here on this side here, and I can't mow. I have a riding lawnmower, and it gets stuck. It's an inch and a half of standing water. It's low. The water table here is low. I have a little well right there, and I know it's next to the creek, but it's only down 2 foot, and I use that for watering the lawn. But the water table is quite low here. When they did the water sewer project here in the street, they had to de-water everywhere they went because they dig a hole and it would just fill up with water. So, she sends a letter saying that I'm in violation of the blight ordinance and I have to mow. And, you know, we've lived here 20 years, 20 plus years. And, you know, everyone always understood. And the funny thing is, I was on the city commission when we made up some of these ordinances and stuff. And we would always just, you know, I never even had to say anything anymore because it's like, yep, we understand, but no one complains anyway. Well, apparently this lady last year took it upon herself just to start driving around the city and marking down things and sending people's letter. We have a police chief. That's his job. Now, he appreciated her helping because he has a lot to do. I talked with him about it, and he said, you know, disregard the letter, and I'm not going to come and write you a violation or anything because I know. But I guess what ticked me off is she's treasurer. Nowhere in her job description does it say that she is to go around and look at things that are blight. You know, I mean, these people here, they had stuff sitting all in the yard. They had an old ambulance sitting over there that was unregistered all summer. These people here have piles of crap in their yard, and nothing was ever said to them. But I got said something to me here, and what was going on is we have a park. The city has a RV park right here at the corner, and we have Lake Billings on the other side there. And every 4th of July, there's a guy over there that shoots off fireworks. Well, they park here all along the street. They park here all along Maple. And because of the grass being tall over there, I think that she took it upon herself to make sure that this was taken care of and cleaned up before the 4th of July weekend. All right, I understand. You know, who wants to look at tall? But if I can't mow, I can't mow. And then I actually really don't like it that, see, I have a flat part here going to a shed or a driveway kind of in a way where I built it up throughout time with dirt, and then we planted grass, and, you know, and we've had people in the past pull right in here and start parking. We've had 10, 12 cars parked inside on our property. They just pull in over here in between the fence posts and drive in there and park. And, you know, and you say something and you're an idiot. But yet, so anyway, I call, the letter says I have 10 days. The envelope was dated 3 days later than the letter was dated, and I received it 2 days later because she mailed it on a Friday, and it took time to get here. So I didn't get it till Monday. So by the time I got it, I had but 1 day to comply. 1 day. You'd think that if you date something and you know you have to mail it, okay, I wrote it on the 13th, I'll date it the 14th, I'll mail it today so that when this person gets it, they have the appropriate amount of time to take care of it. I didn't even have the appropriate amount of time to take care of it. That's what's kind of irritating about that. So, you know, I call and complain about that, and I get static from this lady. She's actually really rude. And, you know, I'm this way too. If you're rude to me, then I'm going to be I'll go so far, I guess. I'll, you know, try to be as nice as possible, and then it's like, you know what, I'm tired of it. You know, we're supposed to be working together. You do work for me, you know, like it or not. Like it or not, when somebody says that to you, you do work for me. And I think that I should get some respect. Whether I'm a jerky taxpayer or not, I should still get some respect. And you know, if you don't like your job, or I don't know what it is, you think that you're better than me, because you're not. So, you know, it's sad to have neighbor problems. It's sad that no one can get along anymore. Now, and here it comes. Here comes the wind again. Here comes some wind and more snow. So I'm going in. All right, peace, everyone.